Is oral BPC-157 as good as an injectable? Well, in this video, I'll deconstruct the differences between injectable versus oral. I'll show you exactly the milligrams or micrograms that are going to be necessary if you are using BPC orally. And then also show you on the injectable side of things just how important it is to get the absorption and also to get peptides from reputable sources. And once again, this is not medical advice. I'm not telling you to take BPC-157. This is not an FDA-approved substance, as many of you know, but this is an exploration into the levers that can help you achieve optimized health in the shortest time period possible. And if you're like me, I have very ambitious health goals, and I want the things that are going to help me get to that future result in the shortest amount of time possible. And BPC has been along the journey with me for the last decade, and I love it. But here's the reality that we'll cover in this video is oral is not going to be as bioavailable as injectable. So I'm Regan Archibald. I'm founder of Ageless Future. We've helped over 70,000 people uncover health issues, and we've helped get them back on track. I've got a phenomenal medical team. We do these great summits and events. I'd love to have you to one of our retreats. All you need to do is go to agelessfuture.com, get to one of our live events. I'd love to meet you in person. Okay, so oral BPC. It is not as stable and not as good as the injectable. And if you just want to leave the video there, you've got the answer. Here's why. For those of you who love the science and you want to understand how physiology works, well, BPC is a body protective complex, one of the most fascinating peptides ever uncovered. And so far, we've only sequenced and discovered maybe 10% of the peptides. I mean, we have so much work to do in the research, but what we've seen in, at least from an anecdotal perspective, we do need more human clinical trials on BPC-157 and virtually every peptide known, but we have seen dramatic improvements as far as healing inflammation, gut issues with BPC. We're seeing people with cognitive deficits having turnarounds. We see people recover faster, build more muscle because of the way that BPC works on the body's growth hormone receptors. We also see people have better dopamine modulation, so they actually get that spark for life back. This is a phenomenal peptide. From a heart perspective, I call this the Ageless Access. The brain, the heart, and the muscles are all improved when BPC is expressed in your body. Now, BPC is made by the stomach, so what we've said is you can take it orally because it's in an environment where it's naturally made. But here's what we found, and this was a study that was published, stability of BPC-157 in human gastric juice and its absorption depending on administration route. So what they did, this was in an animal model, so once again, we don't have a human model on this, but the study included both a control, no BPC-157, and placebo groups, and they had an oral arm and an injectable arm, and what their conclusion was is that BPC-157 demonstrated nearly complete bioavailability and superior systemic repairs as an injectable version. So if you want to get like every last drop of BPC absorbed, use it as an injection. Once again, if you're a rat, which is what they did this study on, which you're not, but you're a great human. But the oral BPC was less bioavailable. It was only about 10%, but retained significant local GI repair activities. So they found it more effective for ulcers, mucosal healing. Oral BPC-157 was degraded by digestive enzymes, making it less suitable for soft tissue injuries. So if you have injuries downstream, you're going to be better off with an injectable version. If you have like acid reflux, BPC can be life-changing because when you're on omeprazole or Tums and you're blocking your acid, a lot of you are causing the malabsorption of calcium and phosphorus. You're turning off the calcitonin pathway in your parathyroid gland, and you're also not breaking down proteins. So not only are you putting your body at more risk for osteoporosis and bone disorders, but you're also losing protein synthesis, which is one of the hallmarks of aging is loss of protein synthesis, where you're not building the muscle fibers that you would otherwise. So this is where BPC might be a really good thing to try. But you'd want to take it orally. I have clients who've had acid reflux for years. They've wanted to get off the proton pump inhibitor or acid blockers. And it was when they tried BPC, they're like, my acid reflux is gone. Then we dove deeper. A lot of you may have like some kind of infection, H. pylori. There may be some other trigger for the acid reflux. Couldn't be the food you're eating though. I mean, don't even look there. Hot dogs, chili dogs, fries, those are great for acid reflux. Sometimes it's just a simple dietary change makes all the difference, but as we age, we need more hydrochloric acid, not less. So a simple thing you can add into your daily routine is, and I like making a big picture of it, and this is apple cider vinegar with a little bit of lemon juice and unsweetened cranberry juice in some kind of spring water, filtered water, or if you want to take it to the next level and get a little fancy, then put some kind of sparkling water in there and just drink about 12 ounces of that twice a day, or sip on a little bit of apple cider vinegar before you eat, and that activates the digestive enzymes. It's also an astringent, so all of the ducts in your liver and your kidneys start to get activated, so you get better enzyme production. Because if you think of peptides, remember, it's just a signaling. BPC-157, it needs your body to have as much opportunity for signaling as possible. And so your digestive, what you're eating, actually influences it dramatically. So Injectable, for those of you who have injuries, you want to inject, work with your doctor on this once again, or go to agelessfuture.com. We've got great regenerative medicine doctors on our team who can help determine if this is the right therapy for you, or there may be other things that we'll use, like regenerative medicine or exosomes. Or we found dramatic improvements with this treatment called A2M, or alpha-2 macroglobulin, because it eats up the proteases that are triggering osteoarthritis. Retatrutide, which is GLP-1, GIP, and glucagon, but in the studies they're actually finding it works for osteoarthritis. So there's some great therapies out there if you do have arthritis, but the moral of this video is injectable, better than oral. And if you want to go deeper and learn more about how to build your body operation system, go to agelessfuture.com, schedule an assessment, a free assessment with my team, and then we'll take care of you from there. I'm Regan Archibald. Appreciate you being on this channel. I'll see you in the next video.